All right, let's dive right in. Today we're taking a close look at a project called Atleta Network. The big question is, can it actually deliver a knockout punch in the sports world? Or is it just another swing and a miss where crypto and sports collide? I mean, this is a project that claims it's going to completely change how we as fans connect with the games we love. But here's the thing. Is Atleta Network actually the real deal? Or is it one of those projects that's, all sizzle and no steak? Are we really looking at a true revolution in how fans get involved? Or is this just a really, really good story that's been wrapped around a product that's more about flashy marketing than actual working tech? Well, let's find out. So, first up, what's the big idea behind Atleta Network? What's their game plan? For years, it feels like everyone, from major leagues to individual athletes, has been trying to figure out how to make crypto work for them. And Atleta Network steps into this space with a pretty compelling pitch. At its core, the idea is to build a decentralized sports ecosystem. And really, decentralized just means it's not run by one single company. The power, at least in theory, is spread out among the users. They want to use blockchain to turn fan experiences into digital things you can own, to reward you for being a loyal fan, and to give you exclusive access to cool stuff. I mean, on paper, it sounds fantastic, right? Empowering fans and creating this brand new economy built around sports. Okay, but we all know a great idea is one thing. Executing it is another. So what's actually happening behind the scenes? Let's pull back the curtain a little bit and see what the Atleta ecosystem is really made of. So, right at the heart of everything is the ATLTA token. It's supposed to be the fuel for this whole machine. You'd use it for rewards, for getting that exclusive access, all that stuff. But, and this is a big but, the official descriptions often use the word proposed utilities. That suggests these features might not be fully built out yet. And, as we've seen a million times in this space, making promises is easy. Actually delivering on them, that's the hard part. And this slide right here perfectly highlights the problem. The project talks a big game about all these amazing tools for fans and athletes to interact, about loyalty rewards and a marketplace. But where's the proof? When you actually go looking for hard data like public usage stats or verifiable transactions on the blockchain, or even real partnerships with big sports teams, it's just not there. You've got this huge gap between the story they're selling and the reality that we can actually check for ourselves. Okay, so if we can't find clear evidence of anyone actually using the platform, what's our next move? Well, let's turn to the market and see what the numbers are saying, because sometimes the financial data can tell a story all on its own. So what's the deal here? Are people actually buying into the Atleta Network vision? When we look at the key numbers, like market cap and trading volume, what are they really telling us about what's going on? First, we've got market capitalization. You'll see this number all over sites like CoinMarketCap. It's basically the price of one token times the number of tokens out there in the world. It gives you a quick snapshot of the project's total size. But, and this is super important, market cap is not the same thing as how much money has actually been invested in a project. It's just a snapshot of its value at one moment in time, not what's in the bank. Then you've got the 24-hour trading volume. This tells us how much of the token was actually bought and sold in the last day. Now, high volume is usually a good thing. It means people are interested and it's easy to buy or sell. But a low trading volume, that's a huge red flag. It could mean that just one person making a big trade could send the price through the roof or down to the floor, which is incredibly risky. And maybe more importantly, it can mean that if you decide you want to sell your tokens, you might have a really hard time finding anyone to buy them. This table here just gives us a quick look at the token's basic setup. You've got the circulating supply versus the max supply. By the way, a really high max supply can sometimes be a red flag on its own because it could lead to inflation that just waters down the token's value over time. And we can also see where it's listed, which tells you how easy it is to get. Generally, the more exchanges, the better. So, after digging into the tech, the promises, and the market data, what's the final call? Is Atleta Network hitting a home run, or is this looking more like a strikeout? Let's just lay out the red flags that we've seen pop up. Honestly, this looks like a classic case of selling the sizzle, not the steak. The marketing story is great, but there's just not much verifiable tech to back it up. The whole project seems to rely heavily on sports hype instead of a solid foundation. We've seen that there's no real public traction, and that low trading volume creates massive financial risk. And, of course, any project that involves tokens and rewards like this could run into some serious regulatory headaches down the line. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. An attractive idea does not guarantee a solid infrastructure. This is such a common thing in the crypto world, isn't it? So many projects are way more focused on marketing than on actually building something that works. It's a powerful reminder that a great pitch is worthless without real engineering behind it. So, what's the final verdict here? Is this a project with a bright future? Or is it just another interesting idea that's not going anywhere? More importantly, how would a project like this even begin to close that huge gap between what they promise and what they can prove? What does that path to legitimacy even look like? Look, to become something real and useful, a project like Atleta would need to show us the receipts. They need to put out public data on user adoption, show us real-world examples of value actually being created, prove there's sustained trading volume on exchanges, and actually integrate with the wider financial world, not just exist inside their own little story. So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's pretty simple. Don't just believe the hype. You have to do your own research and really understand the risks. The absolute key is learning how to separate a powerful marketing story from a verifiable, provable product. It's all about looking past the shiny ads and asking, okay, but show me how it actually works. And that leaves us with one final thought for you. The next time you come across a project with a huge, exciting promise, are you going to stop and ask for the proof? Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.